What's up, boys? It's Nick from Team Table 501 here. I'm the king of the scrubs, and today I'm going to bring you my Fluffal deck profile for the brand new, I guess, January format, even though this is uploading on February, so I guess February format. So the ban list actually really hurt this deck by putting Brilliant Fusion to 1. That really hindered the most powerful play the deck had, which was if you opened Brilliant Fusion plus Dog, you got a +5, which was actually insane. Like, very few decks in the game just have that much card advantage off a 2-card combo. Like, you would start with 2 cards, you would end with 7. So my first iteration of the deck was playing Brilliant Fusion and the Predaplan engine. I didn't like that because it made your deck more susceptible to impermanence and just put more bricks in your deck. So this is the build that I've been playing and I've been having a reasonable amount of success with. It's pure. I have not tried out a Shadal engine. I've seen some people try that out. I think it's cool. I think that since Construct's back at 1 now, you can reasonably have to play less Wings, because Wings is a brick. Like, drawing that card actually sucks. But I haven't been able to try that out because I don't own Shadal Fusions. I own the Construct. I don't own Shadal Fusions, but whatever. So this is the build I've been messing around with. I might play it on my locals tomorrow. I might play ABC. I don't know. I'm going to play something that I find fun, so anyway, as always, link to the deck list is in the description down below, along with my links to my Facebook and my Twitter. Add me as a friend, follow me, I post cool shit. But without further ado, let's just get into the deck list. So, as I said, this is a Fluffal deck profile, so so to start off with the monsters, 3 Dog, he's the Stratos of the deck. You obviously play 3 Stratos in your deck, there's no reason for you to not. A lot of the fact that the Fluffals are hard once per turn are really annoying, but these cards are pretty powerful, actually. So, 3 Bear. This is the other 3F Fluffal I play. Being able to have access to Vendor is great, and he also gets you polys back from your graveyard if you're out of resources. So, you're able to just constantly make fusion monsters. 2 Wings. I was only going to play 1, but then I felt like I wasn't resolving my combo enough. Resolving this is more important than ever because this deck lacks a way of making card advantage. Brilliant Fusion was your card advantage. It was a +5. So just lacking that now is super annoying. So and then 2 Penguin. This card also says draw 2 cards, but it only draws you cards when you fuse with it. But the field effect's actually kind of relevant, where the turn you summon it, you also get to summon a guy from your hand. So you can have turns where you go like Penguin into Dog, Dog searches you a card, you make a link, you're +2 on the turn. So that's pretty good. 1 Owl, this card helps you out Floodgates. And it searches Poly, so it helps you deck thin as well if you don't need the other effect. And then 1 Cat to buy back your Poly. This might just be a Sheep, honestly. I think Sheep's a little bit better at helping you recurring cards, but I like having starters and not, like, extenders. Or I guess that doesn't really make... I want this deck not necessarily to be all in, but I want it to consistently kill my opponent by turn 2. I don't want the game going any longer than 2 turns. Like, I actually want to get my opponent's life points to 0, preferably on the first turn of the game. And Sheep doesn't help you do that, so... But it is possible that because Patchwork is now legal, and because you're essentially playing 7 copies of it through 3 Patchwork, 3 Poly, and 1 Owl, that you don't need to play this card, and playing something like Sheep is better, because then you're like a top deck Dog turns into a +2. So that is, it's something I haven't tried out, but it's something I've seen other people do. I just think the card is too slow and too clunky for what you're trying to do. So 12 Fluffals, and then 3 Edgem Chain, and 1 Sabers. These cards fucking suck. Chain's actually really good. Chain searches Patchwork, but Sabers is awful. I hate this card. The fact that I have to play this card all in my deck like tilts me beyond belief. Because it doesn't do anything. Like, it's just a level 3 fiend that doesn't do anything. And it helped you like unbreak your hand sometimes, that like you'd be able to like foolish this and then like put your Garnet back, summon this to the field in defense mode, resolve your Brilliant Fusion, go +5, but you have to play these because you can search them off Patchwork and that's your best card. So now that Brilliant Fusion's limited, and then I'm playing 3 Pankratops. This is a hard once per turn, but the versatility of this card is just through the roof, and it's also just big. Like, you can just summon this midway through your turn, or just like at the very start of your turn, you can just like summon this, forget about it, and then when you go to battle phase, it's like, oh, this thing has 2,600 attack points. It's attacking you directly because Tiger blew up your board, or Kraken cleared 3 of your monsters off the board. So this card's very good. Highly recommend playing it. It is a hard once per turn, so drawing it like after you've resolved a combo is really annoying, or like drawing multiples is really bad, but like this card's just so good that you probably just like should play 3 of it. So that's it for the monsters. On to the spells. 3 Patchwork, it's the best card in the deck. 3 Toy Vendor, second best card in the deck. The graveyard effect is not once per turn, but the field effect is. 3 Polymerization, this is like the reason the deck works. You can play Fusion Substitute, but that card's really bad because it already requires setup. It's a win more card. But it is searchable, and it leads to some pretty cool combos where like you put your guy back in the extra deck, and then you summon it again, and you get extra effects. So that's pretty cool, but I think you should just play the 3 Poly. 2 Fright for Fusion. Also, a reason to not play Fusion Sub is because it counts as Poly, so it counts toward the 3-name limit. So you can't play 3 Poly and a Fusion Sub. You can only play 2 Poly and then 1 Fusion Sub. So, and then 2 Fright for Fusion. This card's insane. It's a Miracle Fusion. If you resolve this card, you probably win the game. If not, you're probably dead. And then Factory. Factory actually helps you push through. Helps you push game on your opponent, and if you randomly pop it with like your own Tiger or your opponent like Twin Twisters you get a Fright for Fusion back. So that's pretty cool. And this card is searchable off Engine Chain, so that's why we only have to play 1 of it. And then 3 Call by the Grave. This card is insane. This card should have been banned. I don't know why they gave us back to 3, but we have it, so I'm gonna play the shit out of it. This card is the actual nut. And it's just like nice Ash. Nope. Or like nice Ghost Spell. Nope. 2 Foolish Burial Goods. You could make the argument that like cutting Cat or cutting Pankratops to make room for a third of this is correct, just so that you have more starter cards. But I think that I'd rather have the body that Pankratops provides, and I'd rather have the versatility of that rather than having this card. This card's very good, but I don't really. Again, it's the same thing with Pankratops, right? Like you don't want to open multiples of it, but at least when you open multiple Pankratops, it's fine because you can like either discard them to your Penguin or your Vendor, or like you can have turns where like you go Vendor, reveal a guy, special Pankratops from your hand. Or, like, you start the turn off by specialing Pankratops, vendoring, like, discarding a Wings, hitting, like, a dog, specialing the other Pankratops out of your hand, and then, like, normal summoning dog. So, like, you can have random scenarios like that where that happens. Plus, just, like, you can only get 1 goods per turn anyway, so I don't know, maybe you're supposed to play 3 of this, though. I definitely see the argument for playing 3 of this card. I just hate opening 2 of these and hating my life. 2 Mind Control. This card is insanely good. For those of you who don't know, Mind Control takes one of your opponent's monsters and you gain control of it until the end of the turn, but you can't attack with it or tribute it. But you don't care because you're just going to link with it. Like, this card helps you out problematic monsters. As long as they can be targeted, you can get rid of them. So, you can also play 3 of this card if you want, but again, this isn't really a starter card, so it doesn't help you much. And like, if you're drawing it, like, if you open it, it doesn't really do anything, but if you draw it midway through your combo, it's insane, because your opponent might have been able to interrupt you with, like, a Gamma or something. You can just, like, steal their Gamma and then do stuff with it, so. And also, just, like, it helps you break boards, too. So, like, you can take the Colossus and then link with it, and then they don't get any of their effects. They can't do anything with it, so. 1 Foolish, so you can get Wings out of your deck, and then the 1 Reborn. So, 40 cards in the main. The only thing that I might change is, like, I might make Cat Sheep. I might take the 3rd Pankratops and make it the 3rd Goods. But other than that, I like where my list is right now. Again, you can draw Shaddoll Fusion. I just don't own a Construct. For the extra deck, we have Batman, obviously. 3 copies of Sabretooth. This is your win condition. You have to play 3 of it. I know it is a little expensive, but for the love of God, play 3 of this card. This card literally is the only reason this deck can win games. 2 Kraken. I think this is actually the best card in the extra deck. It can kill you can target a monster your opponent controls, send it to grave. It can attack twice. And then at the end of the battle phase, if this attacked, you can put it in defense. So, like, you can just have turns where, like, you Kraken, you kill a guy, and then you fusion it for Sabretooth. Sabretooth bring back Kraken. Kraken kills another guy. And then it can attack your opponent, and, like, card's insane. 2 Tiger. This card helps you blow up your opponent's back row. and it buffs your guys. So like if you have Sabretooth and Tiger on board, it gives your guys like 1,300 extra attack points, so you're able to push through bigger monsters that this couldn't kill if they can't be targeted or something. One sheep. This is an Armades that floats, so if you have to go first, then you can make it. Wolf is usually what you make off Fright for Fusion. It gets an attack for every fusion material it has, so you can just like fuse it for 6 and then smack your opponent. Daredevil. This card's pretty good in time. If it destroys one of your opponent's monsters by battle, they take 1,000 damage. And then if they kill this, they take 500 for every Frightfur in your graveyard. That's it for the fusions. For the links, Underclock Taker, Landfoe, I'm loaning my out at the moment. But Landfoe is great because it's just generic. You can make it with 2 guys. Cerberus, Phoenix, Decode. These cards don't matter. They could arguably any 5 links. You're not winning with them. You're winning with the 10 purple cards in your extra deck. That's it for the extra deck. Onto the side deck. Triple Gamma Seal for Striker, because you can give it to your opponent and they can't activate any of their spells and traps, so you can just go off. Triple Herald for Thunder, and just for other random Floodgate decks that like just put a guy on. So like against Barrier Statue, you just activate this, get rid of their statue, and then you kill them. So Triple Book for Thunder. Herald was mostly there for Rongo, but Rongo doesn't exist anymore. It's just randomly good against Thunder. But this card's not against Thunder, because like you can open book them, resolve Tiger, blow up 5 of their dudes, and kill them. Like that's really easy to do. Triple Twin Twister for Striker, for Draco, for other rogue backrow decks, and then Triple Reboot for Geist, for Paleo, and for really any deck that's trying to debarrier you. So that does it for my Fluffal deck profile. Like I said, this deck is super fun. The limiting of Brilliant Fusion really hurts this deck, but I think I built it in a way where I'm able to survive without it. Although Brilliant Fusion was by far the best card in the deck, it arguably made the deck, so maybe this deck is just shit and I shouldn't play it. I don't know. But the deck is super fun. You can still just OTK your opponent. You have a ton of card draw. The problem is bricking. Sometimes you draw hand all Fluffals and no Edge Imps, or all Edge Imps and no Fluffals. Sometimes you find Polymerization. Sometimes you don't. Siding is really weird because Gamma Seal and Twin Twisters don't fusion summon, but they're super powerful cards, so maybe you can get away with that. I don't know. But let me know what you think in the description down below. Like I said, there's a link to the deck list in the description along with Facebook and Twitter. And that is going to do it for this deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, get good scrubs. I'll see you next time.